We have Corey Mace just outside the Riders locker room. Coach's postgame comments brought to you by KFC's new spicy and original recipe snacker wraps. They're here, and right now you can get 2 for just $5. Coach Mace, your defense forces 6 turnovers now on the season, plus 25 turnover ratio.
True.
How do you get these guys to get after the football like that?
Yeah, I think it's just, muscle memory. We getting it done in indie periods and throughout the week of practice, and we just talk about it all the time. Obsession for possession, man. And really, it's not just the defense; it's everybody. Offense. We talk about the turnover ratio. That means the offense is doing a pretty good job taking care of it as well. So, obsession for possession.
Coach, I know that you want to play connected football. Would you say that this was the most complete connected football game that you've played this season?
Yeah, absolutely. That's we just talked about that in the locker room here. That was the first time I thought that we played 3 phases of complementary football. And even I'd have to look. I don't know off the top of my head what the penalties look like, but just all the little things, the detailed stuff of what we talked about. I was really pleased. And as a staff, we preach it all week. So, really happy with the fellas out there. And, hopefully we can accomplish that each week. Games should look more and more like that.
Coach, you've got yourself to the point where you're playing a high level of football over these last few weeks. You've got a bye now, right? How do you continue the momentum that you're playing with a bye and I'm not sure how that game in Calgary plays out, like what it means in the standings, whatever. But just talk about how you plan on keeping your team at this level.
Yeah, get their ass here a little bit earlier than I normally would. We're gonna have some extra days. Allow them to be, out of the building, take their mind off it. But I told them not really. So, we'll get back a couple days earlier than we normally would. And just, doing things together, even if it's, not even a facility. We want to keep the team pretty close together. So, we'll have some extra days to really put our mind, towards Calgary, which is the next game. And, the implications of that game, we'll see. But, we can only control what we can, and that's going 1-0.
A.J. Ouellette had a big night for you, Coach. 16 carries, 84 yards in the run game. From your perspective, can you assess his performance in his first game back after 6 games on the sideline?
Yeah, I was pleased. Anything going downhill, excuse me, a little Pilsner right there. Everything going downhill, he gets an aggressive finish, that, and then, you see him bounce out to the sideline a couple times as well. I was just really keeping an eye on how he looked physically. I thought he looked great, man. And that's more accustomed to what I've seen in the past in his career. So, really pleased to have him out there, and I know he's happy as ever.
With the victory, Coach, you secure the road to the Grey Cup. Will go through Regina. What does the ability to host a home playoff game mean?
Just so much for our fan base. We know competitively what it means for us to have that fan base going crazy, specifically when the defense is on the field. The competitive advantage for us is just it's next level. Not too many places in this league, and I would argue, and I'm a homer obviously, that this is the best fan base in the league. So just incredibly happy for us to be able to do what we do on the daily and be able to defend our turf, and really our fans can be there firsthand. So really pleased with that.
Rider Nation's wondering, how is Trevor Harris doing after taking that big shot late in the game?
Yeah, he's fine. It's crazy. I was talking with Mueller before, or as that drive was going, say, this is the last one for Trev, and then that hit, I just said, I've seen enough, right? So he's fine. His helmet lost communication with Mules in the box. So he got it fixed. He said, Coach, it's fixed. I'm ready to go. I said, no, Trev, thank you, though. But that's Trevor, man. He's always eager to keep going. He said, I've said enough. I've said enough this season, So I said, no, I appreciate you, buddy. But, Shay's going to give her a go here. So He's completely fine, man. He's awesome.
Good to hear. Coach, I'll get you out on this. How do you approach the possibility that this team is still in contention for first place in the West, and it's literally going to come down to the final day of the regular season? The Bombers play in Montreal before the Riders kick off against Calgary here on October 26th.
Yeah, there's everybody's got to be prepared to play. Starters and or guys, that would be on the active roster. We'll attack it how we see, but to be honest with you, Dunker, it doesn't matter who's going to be out there doing it. We expect the standard to go 1-0, period, and that's literally all we can control. How things roll out, we'll see, but everybody should be ready to play, period.